All right. Yeah. This is a PayPal from Tyson. Evander, real deal. Holyfield, physical beast specimen. To be fair, everyone does talk about Mike Tyson, but Evander Holyfield did beat him. But yeah, let's go.
Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. Live events are back, and with promo code BOARDFILM, you can save $20 off tickets with SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a super simple ticketing app that makes buying tickets a breeze. We're all sports lovers here, and SeatGeek has tickets for everything from football, basketball, boxing, you name it. SeatGeek wants to make sure you're getting the best. So look for the green dots. Green means good deal, red means bad deal. Again, use code BOARDFILM to save $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code BOARDFILM. Click the link in the description to download the app.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world.
Arguably the greatest cruiserweight in boxing history.
And he did it like this, and he did it like this, and he did it like that.
His is the story of determination, heart, spirit, and the relentless pursuit of his dreams. A boxing icon. His own video game.
One of the greatest fighters from the last 50 years.
A fleet of sports cars.
Most of the champion's $230 million career earnings are gone.
And a tragic tale of losing it all.
By Holyfield. The fight has been stopped. That is it for Ricky Myers, who has sustained 2 cuts around the right eye.
Evander, real deal, Holyfield.
TKO, Evander, real deal, Holyfield.
Raised by a single mother, his family moved to the crime-ridden Bowen housing projects in Atlanta for work.
And when did you start boxing?
Started 8 years old.
A chance encounter with a youth coach pushed young Evander to boxing.
Mr. Morgan, he was like 70 years old. He said, "Do you know you could be like Muhammad Ali?" I said, "I'm only 8 years old." He said, "You won't always be 8.
He stormed through the amateur ranks and joined the 1984 American Olympic boxing team. Arguably the greatest squad in American history.
I knocked everybody out.
He won every match by knockout.
And the last person I knocked out, they say I hit him on a break.
This is Holyfield in the semifinals at the Olympic Games in Los Angeles versus Kevin Barry of New Zealand.
Oh, there it goes. You saw that. It was inevitable. Now, wait a minute. It was on the break, and I think Novacek will deduct a point, but I don't know that the fighter can go on.
He was DQ'd after knocking out his opponent.
It was Anton Josipovic of Yugoslavia going on to win the gold. But the International Olympic Committee virtually admitted the unfairness of the disqualification, and they awarded Holyfield the bronze medal amidst much controversy. And Josipovic gave Holyfield his due.
It ranks among the greatest Olympic robberies to ever take place.
Things happen.
Yep.
And my mom always told me things happen, good and bad, to good people and bad people.
Evander settled for bronze and set aim on a professional career.
Another fact, the man we're going to show in the first bout is the best prospect in my opinion. 3 knockouts, 4, but didn't win the gold. Evander Holyfield.
His highly anticipated debut went off without a hitch.
Here we go in the first round. Watch Holyfield in the red trunks, red, white, and blue, from Atlanta, Georgia. He punches extremely hard to the body, back to the head with the left hook, doubling up on it. Oh, a 1-2 that's staggered by him, but look at him.
The winner by unanimous decision.
In his professional boxing debut, Evander Holyfield.
Holyfield was the hottest commodity in boxing, not named Mike Tyson.
After his popularity soared following that provocative disqualification at the 1984 Olympic Games in Los Angeles.
His son is a great businessman, and most of all, he had my best interest in his heart.
His Olympic robbery had elevated him to mainstream consciousness and drew the attention of crooked managers and promoters.
When you don't have other bodies looking out for you, everybody taking something for themselves. Man, everybody was just stealing, man. They just stealing.
Seems that you trusted the wrong people.
Well, yeah.
With a chance to make a name for himself against Evander Holyfield, whom many feel in a couple of years will be primed for a shot at the light heavyweight title.
With each fight, Holyfield improved.
That stuns Rivera. Then Holyfield works on the body, comes back to the head, again with a left. Rivera trying to fight back very gamely, trying to escape the corner. Holyfield trying to punch in, he comes in with the right. He missed the first one, but connected on the second. Evander Holyfield wins it, and he wins it very impressively.
This shows you how different modern boxing is. Like, they would have stopped that so much quicker today. Like, that matey was out. But it's crazy watching this and seeing how him and Tyson's story are very, very similar. Do you know what I mean? It's the same story, basically.
He is now 4-0, his second knockout.
He's a gentle human being outside of the ring. He's soft-spoken, but in that ring, he's like a Ray Leonard. All the great ones have that quality.
It's crazy fast and accurate.
He's the kind of guy who would back in Greece, he'd have a sword in his hand and he'd be out in the sawdust coming at you, and you wouldn't want to see that. He's a bayonet fighter. He wants to get in there with you, but get close. He doesn't want any fooling around. He's in a fist fight.
And he's in against Evander Holyfield, who became such a national figure as a result of a disqualification in the Olympic Games. The winner of this fight figures to be in line for a title opportunity with Donald Quarry and Leon Spinks.
Not relying on brute power, but true boxing skill to put his opponents away.
Hard left and right by Holyfield. Holyfield got him on his knee with a left hook. Combination down to...
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what's crazy about watching him, is that he's throwing a lot, but he's landing. Like, his accuracy is crazy. Like, you're getting hit. If he's throwing it, you're basically getting hit with it.
I look forward to him. I basically rely on my boxing ability. If I can't knock a guy out, I can sit there and use my jab and beat him all 8 rounds, or how many rounds that I have to go. So it's not like I'm short fused, short patient or anything.
Here, Moody gets caught in the ropes, which opens the door for Holyfield to unleash hell.
You see the durability here of Moody. He's not the kind of fighter traditionally who has been able to be knocked out with one punch. You have to put punches together like Holyfield has done right there.
Should be. That's the knockdown here in round 3, and the referee signaling an end without even beginning the count. So Moody comes across the ocean to Lancaster, Pennsylvania to accept this confrontation with Holyfield and winds up flat on his back as Evander takes a step toward a title shot with an impressive 3rd round knockout victory over Shisanda Moody.
At home in an Atlanta suburb are living proof that his life is more than boxing. There's wife Paulette, 2-year-old son Evander Jr., and daughter Ashley.
At home, Holyfield was a man of family and faith, though over the years he'd struggle with fidelity. Another major reason for his financial downfall, having 11 kids with 6 different women. Sidebar, wrap it up, gentlemen. One night of fun can cost you a whole lot of your future. In the ring, he was a warrior of the scariest regard.
Uppercut got in.
A perpetual motion machine who throws punches in bunches and seems to never be tired.
Go here. Bruston's going to get him a count. He didn't make it.
It is over.
He'd now contend for his first world title.
He now has a chance to become the first of the Olympians to fight for a world title. Is he ready this fast?
He has been very impressive in his 8 fights to date. He has shown that he has retained his power. He puts punches together very, very well, and he has the competitive fire to take on an opponent when he's in trouble.
30 years ago this year, you won your first title against Dwight Muhammad Quarry. You ended up in hospital that night.
Sure did. You know, it was a very tough fight, and my 12th professional fight. Didn't nobody think I was going to win. They thought I was going to get knocked out.
Clapping hands, he goes up into the ring.
I didn't come in to get knocked out. I came to win.
Evander Holyfield hearing the cheer. The bell rings, and this is round 1.
Just 2 years after his Olympic disappointment, he was fighting for the junior heavyweight title.
Dwight Muhammad Qawi was an absolute beast. Known for his ferocious punching power, he was no cupcake title holder for the young Holyfield.
Beating the champion, he's doing everything he has to do.
Many young fighters target a belt held by someone who they view as beatable.
Holyfield, a couple of big punches from the left and another one from the right.
Evander entered his first title fight as an even bet, a coin flip. What ensued was a war.
Taking numerous shots. Right left combo.
But he did come back with a strong left to keep Qawi honest, and now a left-right for his own.
A real back-and-forth brawl that tested the resolve of the young Holyfield.
But I must admit, I read a few times that you consider that to be one of your hardest fights, if not your hardest fight.
That was the toughest fight.
Vicious combination of punches. They go around, but it takes the
One reason, because I didn't have that much experience, and another reason, I went 15 rounds.
And there's the final bell.
The real deal threw over 1,200 punches in 15 rounds.
You can just see the punches he's throwing. It's just that this is the first person, to be honest, this was the first person I actually saw that actually dodged one of his punches. Everybody else has took every shot, basically. Now granted, he may have got although that would be a good fight to do, I have to actually react to the whole fight. But still, as good as that mate he still was like a punch bag really for him. He was just unloading on him. It's just that the guy could just take it. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. You can see it's like, it looks like you're playing boxing on a computer game and you've set it to like the easiest thing. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, hold on 2 secs. Yeah, let's carry on. Let's go.
1,200.
For the winner, and new junior Evander Holyfield.
He'd secured his first professional title.
Thank you very much, Alan. Evander Holyfield seemingly more impressive with each outing. And several times during the course of the fight, we heard Al and Alex Waller refer to the fight in which he won the title, and that was back in July, last July 12th to be exact. It was at the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia, and he took the title from Dwight Mohammed Cowie.
Evander had been baptized by fire and would be the better for it.
Turned pro in November of '84, the night of gold in New York. Took less than 2 years to win a title. And as I turn now to Alex Wallow, the irony here is that there were 9 gold medalists, 1 silver medalist, and 1 bronze medalist for the U.S. at Los Angeles. And the man who won the bronze wound up winning the first title.
But even though he is champion, I think he has not yet reached his full potential. This is only his 14th professional fight. And with more experience, he will get better, especially if he gets that surge of confidence that comes to so many fighters when they win a title.
He'd take on former Olympic teammate Henry Tillman. He battered Tillman, dropping him 4 times.
Tries to put punches together. He said he wanted to get...
Get over here!
Evander Holyfield stopping Henry Tillman.
Retain that title. He remains undefeated with 14 straight. He won by a technical knockout at 143 of the 7th round.
Immediately, there was speculation about Holyfield jumping up to heavyweight. But Evander had goals of conquering the cruiserweight division first.
He was one of the first guys that figured out how to correctly implement weightlifting training because of Mackie Shilstone.
We profile Holyfield and the training that he underwent. It's 21st century kind of techniques. They're very involved with Team Holyfield, the kinds of people they have working with.
Using free weights and specially designed weight machines, Hallmark has bulked Holyfield up from 190 to 202 without sacrificing any of his hand speed or endurance.
Holyfield pushed training to new heights, implementing training in ways boxers hadn't before.
The next goal was to keep looking for better and better ways to keep him motivated, to keep him sharp.
Conditioning coach Tim Hallmark have taken a unique preparation approach with a futuristic training program that is transforming Evander into boxing's first high-tech heavyweight.
Better way to train, better equipment to train on. Once one goal's met, there's another goal right behind it.
Evander Holyfield is the WBA junior heavyweight champion. Ricky Parkey is the IBF cruiserweight champ. Holyfield scoring with lefts and rights. And did hurt Parkey.
Against Ricky Parkey, Holyfield had a shot to capture his 2nd title.
Holyfield comes right after Parkey, who has nothing. And that's it. It's all over. Evander Holyfield has stopped Ricky Parkey in round 3. So Evander Holyfield is now both the WBA junior heavyweight champion and the IBF cruiserweight champ.
The thunderous knockout had secured Holyfield the IBF cruiserweight title.
I do want to just take Ozzy Ocasio and take him very seriously. Then afterwards, looking forward to that tough fight against Mike Tyson or whoever might be there at that time.
Holyfield and Mike Tyson were on a collision course that seemed inevitable. Holyfield kept doing his part.
You get the feeling Ocasio certainly doesn't want any more. Holyfield zeroing in, knowing this could end right now.
That'll do.
Evander Holyfield retains his WBA junior heavyweight, IBF cruiserweight crowns, and sets up a second match with Dwight Muhammad Qawi.
And here we go, round one. It is scheduled for 15. This is for the IBF Cruiserweight Championship. Rated #1 by the WBA, #3 according to the IBF. A two-time former world champ who says he has only one goal to regain the title from Evander Holyfield.
Boy, when Holyfield triggers off a counter punch, and here comes Qawi back. Dwight Qawi can only get frustrated with this kind of fighting.
A wild miss, and he goes down again. It's all over.
He's getting up. He's over. It's over. He cannot get up. He stayed, looked at the doctor right in the face, shook his head, and that was the end of that. Holyfield.
Yeah, that was crazy.
In a knockout.
As his fame grew, so did his fortune. He built an enormous mansion and acquired a litany of expensive new toys. And of course, the highest peak one could ever reach. His own Sega game. Mike Tyson was showing up at his fights, trying to build hype for the super fight.
Boom, perfect timing.
There he is amidst this capacity crowd. The world heavyweight champion Mike Tyson with his wife Robin Gibbons, the actress, and that is the man. As they are introduced.
Just one more belt was needed to become the first ever undisputed cruiserweight champ.
And here we go.
That's the person right there who defeated Tyson, sitting next to him in the audience. She defeated Tyson.
Round one scheduled for 12 for the undisputed cruiserweight championship. That one sent De Leon reeling back. A blistering attack.
A dominant performance en route to capturing the third and final cruiserweight strap.
Evander Holyfield. Round 8. Bill Swain steps in. He has stopped the fight. Evander Holyfield is the undisputed cruiserweight junior heavyweight champion of the world. Evander Holyfield. Now 18-0 with 14 knockouts. He has unified the cruiserweight title for the first time in the history of boxing.
After unifying the cruiserweight division, Holyfield made the move up to heavyweight.
When the former cruiserweight king stepped up to the heavyweight ranks, he had to prove he belonged there. This evening, amidst the calmness and serenity, Evander, real deal Holyfield, makes his heavyweight debut against James Quick Tillis.
Evander, does it feel much different to you to walk into your dressing room now that you're a full heavyweight instead of a cruiserweight?
Well, I feel no different. I think each and every fight is important, and so it's no different.
In his first heavyweight fight, he'd take on the man who had given Tyson the hardest fight of his career, James Tillis.
Well, he's going to have to change his name to not so Quick Tillis because he's getting outspeeded and slugged.
Here's an assault by Holyfield.
What a great example of hand speed.
A hard right by Holyfield. It stunned Tillis.
And Tillis holding on with 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Tillis looks like he's looking for a place to land. He's looking for a good excuse to go down. A couple of good shots and he'll be gone.
That's it. You want to fight?
It's all over. The doctor apparently advised Richard Steele, and Steele signaled all over. Evander Holyfield has won, stopping James Quick Tillis after round 5.
It was a thorough and dominant outing, that only raised more questions about Evander from haters.
Some Christmas spirit here on the boardwalk at Atlantic City.
Questions about his power and ability to finish large fighters.
Evander didn't knock out Till, as you recall, and the question still lingers concerning his strength and size in the heavyweight.
That's when you know people are just hating on you. When you're clearly beating people, but they're moaning you didn't knock them out. But, do you know what I mean? Mike Tyson was tiny and knocking people out.
Holyfield says his hand speed and foot speed will be the difference. The 26-year-old Evander Holyfield has given up his World Cruiserweight Championship, and he has set his sights on Mike Tyson in the World Heavyweight Championship.
In a Christmas outing,
as rated by Ring Magazine, here he is, the real deal, Evander Holyfield.
That happens from time to time.
And they were saying, get off first, get the punch off first. And there he did.
And Pinklon, he's hanging on, but he has been...
Oh, brother! What a crisp left as Holyfield doubled up with the left. And Thomas is dazed. He's got a cut under his right eye, and he is dazed. Vicious right. Here in round 7.
It was a holiday beatdown that saw Thomas quit on his stool between rounds.
Bye-bye. That's it. That's it. He's stopping it. Angelo is stopping the bout.
And now 20-0 with 16.
Yeah, that's the thing he's got. That he may not be as, do you know what I mean? But it's weaponizing pace. That's Diaz brothers. Watch Nick Diaz when he's younger. It's just the consistency of keep him throwing. And each shot, there's going to be a few that gets through, and you haven't even got time to think about that because another one's coming and another one's coming. And a lot of people just can't keep that pace. Yeah. That's what I mean. You don't need power. That's how the Diaz brothers have, that's how, literally they would just beat people down, just throwing punches.
Overall.
Still, the press speculated Holyfield lacked the power to compete in the heavies.
A trimmed down Evander Holyfield, 208, was 210 his last fight, looking to outspeed, outquick the 225-pound Michael Dokes, the former WBA heavyweight champion. Dokes said he's going to come right out, look for the knockout. Lou Duva says the key word here for Evander Holyfield is respect.
It was against former champion Michael Dokes that many believed Holyfield's heavyweight dreams would come to an end.
Round 3 scheduled for 12.
Good strategic move by Dokes. He should be using that big weight to maul and confuse and frustrate. Oh, he's gotten hurt.
He was simply too small, not a real heavyweight.
Holyfield hurt. He's got Holyfield in some trouble here. He landed to the face. Holyfield.
It was an epic showdown.
Oh, there goes the mouthpiece of Dokes again. Holyfield trying to take advantage.
These rounds are just seesawing so close. Both men are hurting each other, and yet Holyfield still stands there.
Dokes aimed to squash Holyfield, who he viewed as all height.
Oh, what a shot! Dokes in trouble! Dokes in big trouble!
Evander responded in kind by giving Dokes one of the most thorough beatings he'd ever received.
Michael Dokes staggered, but fighting back. And there he goes into the ropes. Holyfield looks to finish him off. Richards steps in.
A spectacular knockout.
Evander drove
Michael Dokes, former heavyweight champion, across the ring.
Dokes coming towards us. He's down. He's out. He's out. It's over.
And ended the fight.
It's all over, says Richard Steele. Holyfield answers quite a few questions. Has he got guts? You bet. Can he punch? You bet. And has he got the courage to stay in there with a guy who's got the willpower of Michael Dokes? You bet. You bet.
From here, it was all about building to Mike Tyson.
Moral surprise.
Let's stop there. 26. Right. Yeah, this has actually been fascinating. This is great. He is actually a fighter. Like, see, I did get mad into Mike Tyson, but I think everybody who starts getting into any type of fighting, Mike Tyson, I think probably Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was the first one for me. But yeah, but that was something I always thought. Everyone talks about Tyson. Mind you, saying that, though, you can say that, like, it would have been interesting to see that young Tyson. Like, Tyson's already made it at that point. Was Cuss still alive when he fought? I don't think anybody on the planet could beat Cuss. Tyson, to be honest. Yeah, no one. He was a different animal then. But watching this of Evander, like, you see, like, it's true. Mike Tyson was definitely you see the difference between Mike Tyson and everybody he fought. But you can see it with Evander Holyfield. He's so more advanced. Like, he fights more like a modern fighter fights. Because fighting does get better over time. That they become like, do you know what I mean? Their training's better, but you watch these type of fights and you can see, like, back then, I don't know if UFC would be as big as it is now if boxing was still as exciting as, like, them times. This is way before my time, Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson. Way before my time. But you can see, like, that. Imagine being around in them days. Probably the nearest to it is a Conor McGregor fight if you like the UFC. Conor McGregor, probably at the moment, there's nothing like a Conor McGregor fight build up. And he just knows how to put on a show, and you're guaranteed a show with him. But then UFC is just more exciting. It just is. The fights are shorter, and there's more that happens. The longer round is a better thing, because it's a hard thing to stay completely focused for 5 minutes and not slip. But you watch these fights and 15 rounds as well. That's because now they don't do 15. Yeah. You think of, like, Evander Holyfield, like this. I think this time in boxing, like, I don't think the UFC would be as big. But at the moment, the state of what boxing's in, UFC, like, even the Usyk Fury, which, to be honest, is like, that's a big fight. That was a big fight. And honestly, the UFC, just the whole show looks better. It looks so shit. Like, the UFC's whole thing is just better. Yeah. But yeah, this era is just as exciting, isn't it? Watching Evander Holyfield. And he is something else. Like I say, he looks like he's from the future. Like, but then so did Mike Tyson. They had an advanced way of fighting that just other people didn't have. Like, now I think the fighting and boxing has kind of come up. But yeah, this has been great. But yeah, we'll finish it tomorrow. But yeah, that's the reaction. So